In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, BWatts on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk, we watch, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, BWatts tells the stories under the bright lights.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's bus coming, you on the way.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing on this Tuesday night? You watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host tonight, Bernard Watts, along with Uncle Steve and J.R. Boxing. Only thing that we ask that you do on Tuesday night, hey, hit that like button as you come in. Hit the like button, hit that like button. We will appreciate it if you do that. And if you haven't joined or if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Small channel, trying to help it grow. And we appreciate you if you just subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell notification. It'll let you know whenever we go live or drop a video. And if you would like to continue to support the broadcast, join the membership, and we will be grateful that you do that. Well, tonight, I won't hold you long. I promise you. I got a lot to do tonight. I got 4 shows to do tomorrow. So check this out. We're going to talk about Shedeur Center is back at the Cleveland Brown facility for their second round of OTAs. Also, we're going to talk about Travis Hunter out there doing this thing in Jacksonville Jaguars. And we're going to talk about the Colorado Buff has returned back to Coach Swayze. And after that, we're going to let y'all go. How about that? You can't beat that. I'm telling you right now. All right. Once again, we ask that to participate in the chat. Keep them comments coming. And once the video is over with and loaded up, I ask that you go over there and rewatch it again and make a comment in the comment section. All right. Let me bring the guys up and we finna get right into it. What's going on? Well, Uncle Steve, let's see. Okay, there you go. Bring y'all up at the same time. Didn't work. Doctor, what's going on? What's up, Steve? Man, I ain't seen you in a month, bro. Like you don't got a little chisel. Boy, look like you've been in the gym.
Everything going well, sir. Just doing family stuff and making sure the family's taken care of. That's all. That's
That's
all.
a good thing.
When you a papa and a and a husband, it's responsibilities that has to be taken care of, and that's what I'm doing. But it's
Hey, that's a
glad to
good
be
thing.
back, hollering at you and Jr. Y'all know y'all been handling y'all business, doing what y'all do. Back at you, BWatts.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. How was your day, Jr.?
I'm good, man. Just coming back from track practice with the baby girl, man. So she doubling down this summer, track and gymnastics, man. So we doing our thing, man. Doing our thing.
That's a good thing. Good thing. Good thing, man. Good thing, man. That's a good thing. Been there, done that. Say hello, everybody in the chat. Tim, Isaac, what's going on? I love CC. How you doing? Miss Val, what's up? Miss Shepherd, how are you? Want to thank everybody for tuning in right now. Miss Phyllis Smith, what's going on? How you doing? Don't forget to tune in this Saturday night. Miss Phyllis Smith, Miss Diane Brown, I love CC, and the ladies. They want to do a show by themselves, and hey, I'm gonna let them have it. I'm just gonna sit in the chat. We're gonna sit back and just see what they got to talk about. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Wayne Hood? Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you tonight, Brown girl. Miss Harris, how are you? MSD, RDRD, what's going on? How you feeling? Thank you for rocking. X in the cut. You all right? FD, what's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. There she is, the star from last night, Miss Kimberly Nash Williams. She's saying, good evening, everybody. Thanks for the support yesterday. I really appreciate it. My husband and I watched the replay and saw the compliments and appreciate it. In Georgia, thank you for your help. Appreciate you. Son of Yahweh, what's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to get everybody before we start. Trying to get everybody before we start. JR Boxer saying, what's going on with everybody? Mr. Brandon Walter, how you doing? All right, we finna start this thing, y'all. Once again, hit that like button as you come in, and we will appreciate it. Yes, we will. JR, Shedeur Sanders is back at practice, and they have started their second rounds of let's see. What a bit of y'all something. There's Shedeur. He's back in the building today, out there completing those passes, along with Joe Flacco out there throwing interception. Ain't nobody talking about it, but y'all want him to start the first 5 games, according to JR. Yeah, he throwing them
Oh
interceptions.
boy.
Yeah, you know it. He throwing them, y'all. What's up, Patrick Williams? What's going on? Dylan Gabriel. That's a nice pass. Jerry Judy. He's back. Ran a good route. Ran a good route. Good route. Good catch. Once again, Shedeur Sanders stepping back, looking good. And there go JR Starter. Another interception. But anyway, they are back in town. They are back in town. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna fix it up right for you, JR. You ain't gotta worry about it. You my dog though. But once again, though, they are back. They are back, y'all. They are back. But once again, I'm gonna hang my hat on this here. I think Shedeur will be QB1 by game one. And the reason why I did a little short video today, and I'm gonna release it at midnight tonight, explaining why the reason he gonna be QB1. Because when I think about and look back at Dak Prescott when he got his start, he went through OTAs. He was behind several quarterbacks. He went through minicamp, and then he entered the preseason. In those 4 preseason games, he threw 5 TDs and no interception. If that didn't tickle your fancy or convince you, when you look back at Russell Wilson, as I did the research today, he played in 4 games in the preseason. They had a quarterback that was ahead of him. During them preseason games, Russell Wilson threw 4 touchdowns and 1 interception and became the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Well, BWatts, what are you talking about? Shedeur Sanders is going through OTAs, right? When you go through OTAs, from what I'm hearing, OTAs is just for learning the playbook. They want to know, can you communicate with the rest of the players and get that playoff? So when minicamp start, they gonna do the install, and if you can catch up with the installs, you don't went through OTA, then minicamp. In the preseason is where you make that move. Once you get on that field and get an opportunity to play, if you play like Dak Prescott and play like my man out there at that was Russell Wilson. If Shedeur can just throw 4 TDs, 1 interception, and be better than one of those quarterbacks, that's Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett, one of them gonna get traded. I ain't gonna keep both of them. If he can play better than that and show that he know that playbook and don't throw in an interception during that preseason, Shedeur Sanders' path to quarterback 1 is easily than I thought. That's my opinion. So, JR, the question is for you, Uncle Steve, what obstacle, again, do Shedeur face going into OTAs, minicamp, and preseason to being QB1?
Look, BWatts, the way you lined it up, it don't seem like he gonna face no obstacles. Like it's his for the taking. And
It
look,
is.
which I
I've
believe.
been saying that for the long.
It's his for the taking. I see you done your homework. You came with two fact checking situations with both Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson. So look, I can't refute that. Only thing I can say that what's in Shadeur's way is the equal amount of opportunity of reps. So that's what's in his way. So what's evidence from what ESPN Cleveland put out? He didn't hit double digits. Now, we don't know that to be true completely because the reporters are only there once a week for the OTAs. And then the rest of them are closed off. So he could be having during closed practice getting 15, 20 reps. Who knows? But what was reported was he got 9 reps and he made the best of those 9 reps. So we'll see what comes out Wednesday when it's open back up to the reporters to see if his reps are equal, the same, the opportunities equal across the board, whatever the case may be. Did he go first team? Did he go second team? Whatever the case may be. But that's my only obstacle in his way. Will he have equal share, fair share, equal opportunity with the rest of the quarterbacks that are quote unquote placed in front of him? So that's what I got from you. But yeah, man, I like all the research you put out there, B Watt. And what's up, Uncle
I had to
Steve?
do you.
What's up? Nah, you ain't gotta do me. Hey, you came, you look. I got no choice but to agree with you. I know that's what you want. I agree with you, B Watts. There you go. That's one for the night. That's one. That probably be my
He said
last one
1.
though.
Well, JR, he don't want me here then, because I'm not agreeing with him. He ain't even close. He ain't even close to what obstacles in his way. The first obstacle in his way is pride. Pride. Let's look at pride. You got the general manager and you got the head coach. They done went and drafted somebody before you, and then they turned around and traded for Kenny Pickett. Then they went out and got a man 200 years old. So if I'm an owner and you done did those things, and you turn around and tell me the young man that I told you already when I went down there to Colorado that's what I wanted, and you turn around and tell me I was right and I spent this money on these people and you wasted draft picks on these players, and we could have stopped all this and I could have Travis Hunter too, man, I'd fire you on the spot. That's first thing, pride. Ain't nobody, when have you seen a man come up there and say, man, I was wrong, on this one here. And if you fire me, it's okay because I was wrong and I did the wrong thing. I shouldn't have done that. That he is the most talented person in the room. His numbers speak for themselves. He never should have went out of the first round. and we can move on from there. The second thing is job security. That's another obstacle. Just like I said before, if you are proven wrong that all those decisions that you made, and let me go again, Stefanski said Gabriel is his man. Gabriel is his man. And now it's looking like all the other players telling you it ain't even close. It ain't even close. So let's look at job security. That's another thing in your way, because they're going to have to, in order for 12 to get in front of them, somebody's going to have to step up and say, stop. I know what y'all doing. The owner has to be at those practices himself and looking just like they looking and be like, bring Myles Garrett, bring Jerry Jeudy. This is what Jerry Jones would do. He'll bring them players in his office and say, hey, I just want to ask you, am I seeing what you seeing? Is 12 lighting it up like I think he lighting it up? And you know what's going to happen? We seeing the same thing. And you know what he's going to do to those coaches? Come here. I'm going to let y'all know something right now. If y'all don't support 12 like that boy Cam Ward getting supported, like that Jason Dart getting supported, you're going to be on the first thing smoking. And the next thing I say about obstacle is this here, doing right. When was the last time we were done right anyway? I'm waiting. Did a little research today.
Speak on it.
New York Giants ain't never had a black head coach. They ain't never had a black head coach. And how long has the NFL been formed? 33%, 1/3 of the league have never had a head coach as an African American. 1/3 of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Even my Baltimore Ravens, the Dallas Cowboys. I can go down the line. Chicago. Well, no. It's Baltimore's Cowboys, the New York Giants, and it's on and on. It's 1/3 of the league. And then you turn around with this one here. New York Giants, they never drafted a black quarterback. Now, they played Geno, but they didn't draft him when whatchamacallit got hurt. So my point is this one here. People think he was going to the New York Giants, and then I tell you this about that head coach. That head coach had charges against him in the NFL about him being a bully and a terrible person. So that's allegedly. You know, I just can only go to allegedly. So when you seeing all those things, he didn't have a chance in Haiti to go to the New York Giants. It's just ain't in that DNA. So with all that being said, 12 has a lot of obstacles in his way, but one thing he do have on his side, he got somebody named Jesus. And when you got God on your side, hey, it don't make a difference what obstacles you have. He put your enemies under your feet. And it's back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, you're right about that. But like I was saying, yeah, I think he's still gonna be QB1. I know he got some few obstacles in his way. I really just think he got one quarterback in his way, and that's Kenny Pickett. Like I say, I don't see. If you look at the OTAs where it went, I know Dylan Gabriel, 3rd round draft pick. I get that. I ain't crazy, but still, when it come down to the football on the field, he have performed better than Dylan Gabriel so far. And on a person in his way is going to be Kenny Pickett. I think they're going to cut Joe Flacco. But here's the question.
Wait, stop. BWatts. Let me stop you for a second. I got a question for you. Is Kenny Pickett the future for the Cleveland Browns?
No, that ain't. They rejected his 5th-year option.
Okay, so my question again, if he's not your future, Flacco ain't your future either. Why are you going to have someone in that room that's not your future? I understand Flacco. I can talk to Flacco and say, Flacco, I want you to be a mentor because the decision as far as the winning the quarterback is over. We're going with the rookies. We're going with the rookies, period. But we need you in the room, another voice to talk to them, to help them out. You're going to get paid. We're going to utilize you as another coach, assistant coach in this room to help us get the message across to the rookies. That's what I would do because that's called vision. But if you ask yourself questions, Cleveland dumb anyway, so it don't make no difference. They dumb-dumbs anyway. They ain't did nothing right. Just
Right.
look at it. They haven't done anything right. So for me coming up here saying something, when I'm talking to Lamont on Sanford and Son, it really don't make a difference. Because when you talking to dummies, it doesn't make a difference of what we say. They need to show me. I'll ask you another question. What is Cleveland's vision?
Oh, I don't know the vision. Now they haven't said
They
nothing
don't
of that.
either. That's my
Ain't
point.
no
They
team.
don't either. They don't
Ain't
either.
no team done said they vision, so I don't know.
So when you don't have a vision, people perish. So again, we're talking about a team that does dumb stuff and are used to losing. And I hate to say that for the Cleveland fans, but if they look at it honestly, look at the last 25 years. You have one good season every 5 years. That reminds me of the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions back in the old days. So with that being said, what should they do? Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, like I was saying, Mary Kay asks the head coach at the golf tournament about Shedeur. Will we get a chance to see Shedeur run the 11-on-11 drill with the first team? And Kevin Stefanski responded saying these words: Shedeur's have already been running with the 11. We just haven't shown y'all, or we haven't letting him run the 11-on-11 when the press is on the field. And here's his answer right here. They hiding.
Shedeur taken some 11-on-11 reps when we're not out there, and do you think that we will see some of those on Wednesday when we do come out again?
Yes, and I would say there's a lot of work that gets done when you guys aren't out there, believe it or not.
His answer was a lot of work getting out there done when y'all not here. What's the purpose of hiding reps from his fan base or the press? And when you keep trying to shove Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel down our throat and showing they reps. What kind of foodery is that, JR? You don't want the media to see.
I don't know, BWatts. I don't know, because see, look, as messy as Mary Kay seemed, the real question she should have asked was the question that I asked. Well, if you had Dylan Gabriel as your number 2 on your big board, well, who was your number 1? I mean, I'm still waiting for that question to be answered, but I'll move on from there because Kevin Stefanski said that out his mouth. We had Dylan Gabriel number 2 on our board. Well, who was your number 1 again? So Mary Kay, ask that question. That's what I want to know. But yeah, look, only thing I can think of is controlling the narrative. Like the organization or the
Right.
head coach or the GM or whatever, they want to control the narrative as far as what you're going to put out. You know, because these beat writers, when they're in the building, they talking to the players, they talking to the training staff, they talking to each other, and they eyes what they seeing on the field. Look, 9 times out of 10, your eyes don't lie to you. So you got about a 90% chance of most people viewing it the same way. So they looking,
Right.
they talking to each other, they talking to players, they're questioning, they're probing. So the organization is just trying to control the narrative. Because if they get out there and let's say he was an 11-on-11 and he got 13 reps and he went 13 for 13 and threw 3 touchdowns and all of this stuff, then people gonna say, so again, who was number 1? Who was the number 1 quarterback on your big board? That's the question that's gonna go back to, because you drafted Dylan Gabriel before you drafted Shedeur. So to me, that's what I look at it. They just trying to control the narrative. They gonna do that for as long as they can. But it's interesting to say the least, Uncle Steve.
JR, you nailed it, man, when you're talking about that. But how can you control something that's uncontrollable? That's what I tell people, because every time they do something stupid, like I tell people all the time, it's just like if you're looking at what we have in Congress or whatever, they'll tell you about a bill. Then they don't even read it. They don't even read the bill, and then they throw it to you, tell you it's gonna be great. And then you look around and say, "Man, I've been screwed." But people go for it. But people go for anything. They'll go for anything. Man, it's stupendous. It's tremendous. It's a blendous. But what they're doing is this here. I'll explain it for you. they're lost right now. They don't know what they're doing because they're looking at it this way. How can we get out of this mess and have it so that they're gonna be like 12 gonna win the thing. He's gonna win it. And when we are forced to put him on that field, we got to put him out there with the fifth string because that's the only way. Players that ain't gonna make the team, so a lineman that gonna go out there not gonna block, so make him look bad or whatever the case may be. Because once you put him in there, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be like everybody else be like, man, did you see that play? They're gonna be like, man, did you see the way he commanded that offense? And what you have to look at is this here too, BWatts. It's other teams looking at these tapes too. And if you looked at it, they said the Detroit Lions had already called them. The Detroit Lions had already called them. We want 12. We want 12. And I can guarantee you, Jerry kicking his stuff right now because Jerry's sitting over there like, Jerry could have been drinking. You know, Jerry like a good drink. You know, he like a good drink. Could have had something hot sitting beside him too. But with that being said, I'll put it to you this way. It's other teams out there looking, and poor New Orleans. New Orleans trying to sell you doo-doo all the time. Oh, that quarterback we drafted is fantastic. Man, they're going to run that boy out of New Orleans. They're going to run him out of there. You're going to think it was Hurricane Katrina. They're going to run him so fast. But with that being said, I'll tell you this, BWatts, and I will be real with you. They're hiding it because they don't want you to see what we have seen in Colorado at Jackson State for years. Who are you going to believe?
They don't want that backlash.
Ladies, who are you going to believe? Me or your lying eyes? Your eyes ain't lying, ladies. When you see that your old man and you say, dog, I saw you. You's a no good rascal. Damn your eyes. You go by what you see. And if I see it, it's on and popping. I have seen 12. I have seen the coming of 12. Now, all this other stuff y'all talk about, headphones, he wearing drawers upside down and all that stuff, I've never seen that. But I've seen him on that field. And when he can spin that ball like he can spin that ball, y'all can say whatever y'all want to. Y'all got killers in the NFL. Y'all got assault people in the NFL. Y'all got people who beat people in the NFL. Man, missed me with that crap talking about a man putting a headphone on his head. That man can put a dive on his head if he want to. When you spin that ball the way he spin that ball, 12 keep spinning because they don't want to lose him and they don't want to put him out there too soon because their job is on the line. You got to explain to that owner why in the Haiti we did all of this mess and we could have had Travis Hunter and 12. Back to you, BWatts.
That dude, he might need to take 2 more weeks out. He's gonna come out like that. Appreciate you, Danny, for the $4.99. Why are they hiding to do a first team reps? I cannot wait till Bucky get there. He will have a full display. I agree with you. I don't understand it either. Steve said they dysfunctional, so JR said he won't know who they had number 1 on the boat.
That's all. Just answer that question. That's what I want.
He been saying that for 2 weeks. He been saying that for 2 weeks, boy. Got another. Jizzle, appreciate the $5.99. I heard maybe K is the original CTU.
Lord.
Man, well, you crazy. Hey, you see how she changed her tune now, don't you? Oh boy.
Oh,
but when you look at the overall team, I don't look at his overall team. Bro, they got a decent team, man. They just need a quarterback. If they make that right decision, and also they need one. I think they need one. Well, I know they need one more wide receiver called Jerry Judy. A team gonna double team him. They're gonna double team him. I like the offensive line that the dude that came back. That was pretty good, but they still got one guy holding out and say he might hold out to next season if he don't get his money. That's Willis Jr. I forgot his first name. I asked what you call about it tomorrow. He holding out, and I like the tight ends that they got. I like the tight end that they drafted, and the one that was there last year, and I like the 2 rookies running back that they got. But the defense. I haven't looked in too much in that, but like I say, I don't have no.
You said they need another receiver. I thought Andre Carter was the number two. I think
Hey, they gonna cut
I
that
thought he
dude,
was the
man.
number
Just
two.
get,
I mean, he got the
you know,
number. I thought he was the number two, dog. Chat,
man. You know
Andre
that,
Carter the
you
number
know,
two. Chat, hey, put some
man. They
W's
gonna
in the
cut that
chat for
dude,
Andre
man.
Carter, man. He number two, man. He's number two.
Hey, number two. Let me get these super chats off before they go away. FD, appreciate it. And JR cooking Crisco. FD. Who else we got here? Patrick Williams say, let's see what Patrick Williams said. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my dog. Hey, fellas, you forget the economy impact Shedeur is about to have on Cleveland. The money Shedeur will bring in Cleveland will be on another level. Man, that owner don't need no money. He number 8 out of 32 teams. Yeah,
Hey, look,
he
I'll
don't
tell
need
you
no money.
this. Shout out to Patrick Williams, because look, hey, they gonna get a fire little 1,500 out of me. Me and my old lady gonna go up there to Cleveland. Now, I ain't never had no reason to go to Cleveland, Ohio. Ever. Let
Right.
12 be starting. They gonna get a quick 1,500 out of me. My plane ticket,
Yeah.
the airline gonna get that. And then the hotel, we're gonna have some good hotel accommodations. Then we're gonna be up in that stadium. Now, I might not be at the 50-yard line like BWatts at Folsom Field. I can't swing that. But I might be in the lower bowl, somewhere in the lower bowl, give me about a good $250 seat, something like that, me and my old lady. So yeah, they gonna get my money. So you right, Patrick Williams. That the economics of it all, they gonna get at least 1,500 from me.
Let me
I'm
ask
gonna be
y'all
out
this
there at
then. Let
some
me ask you
point.
this. UNC, but let me see y'all opinion on that. All right, we don't talk about Flacco. I ain't worried about Flacco. I ain't worried about. Really, I ain't even want to talk about none. I ain't worth talking about. Deshaun Watson. What they gonna do with Deshaun Watson? All that money that they owe him. He signed a guaranteed contract now. What you think they gonna do? I ain't looked into that part yet. What's y'all advice on that? Opinion.
I mean, if you heard what the owner said, look, we took a big swing and a miss. That's I don't know. You can interpret that as we moving on, but look, we just talked about economics as well. And he 45 million guaranteed. However, they did split up.
Mm-hmm.
They restructured his contract and gave him another big chunk of money this year, so they don't have to pay him that much on the back end to try to free cap space for later and stuff like that. So whatever he's making this year, I want to say I read somewhere around 55 million, something like that, where they restructured this deal. But look, if the way the NFL works, money is money. So if he get back healthy and he looking good in that facility, they'll keep him around and run him back out there. That's just how it works. They'll run him back out there because I don't think anybody gonna trade for him. Nobody trading for a contract like that. Not with what he put out for the past 2 years on tape. So if you talking about Deshaun Watson, you still trying to get here from yesteryear, 6, 7 years ago. Nah, you ain't seeing that Deshaun Watson no more. So they'll probably just keep him around. That'd be a big cap hit if they just cut him. But like you said, B Watts, number 8, when it comes to the owner and that money, he got that money. So he might just like tax right off and move on. What you think, Uncle Steve?
JR, let's just look at it this way. What value does Deshaun Watson bring to the Cleveland Browns? I'm gonna tell you something right now. Zero. On the field. On the field, what has he done?
Right.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
nothing.
Nothing.
Off the field, he has put a smear on your organization that will be there for years. If you're a woman and you're sitting there, and I'm a man, and it's just one of those things. I just can't, imagine me saying I want that in my organization. Now, I've seen a lot of things in my days, and I've seen a lot of players, and I give everybody, you're innocent until you're proven guilty with anything. But if I got 100, if you got 50 and all these accusations, and you settle for all these cases and all this stuff coming around, and you still touchy, my point is this. It's time to move on because there's nothing there. It's nothing there. You lost, and this is what I like, BWatts. Y'all told me this is buried. Deshaun Watson was Barry's man. All the stuff I read, that was Barry's man.
Mm-hmm.
So Barry,
Oh,
it's
yeah?
okay to bring Barry. It's okay to bring a man in your organization with all of these allegations and things on his record. And then he still wasn't producing at no high level when he came in there. He had up and down games, 56% completion rate or whatever the case may be, but he wasn't killing. So, well, he was doing other stuff. But with that being said, I'll put it to you this way. It's time to leave that alone. Clean slate. What I saw was they're paying him 25 this year. It'll be 45 or 46 next year. If they restructure JR, whatever the case may be, that money's gone. That money's gone. Let him go. Get him out of your building. You got young men in there that don't need to be nowhere around him. I tell the women and the kids and the new rookies, get away. He could be an outstanding person when it comes to in the locker room. I get it because you got some guys that are outstanding. But everything else, it's time to clean the slate up, clean your organization up. And if that was Barry's man, and I lost $220 million, you can meet me by Trailway. Because I can guarantee you gone. You gone. Well, you can't tell me nothing. I lose $220 million. You can't tell me nothing, homeboy. You got to go.
Both gone.
Mm-hmm. Both gone.
Yo, send both of them out at the same time, right?
Hey, dog.
I want to thank Patrick Williams for this super chat. Thank you for the super chat, J.R. Boston. I disagree with that take. None of the vets don't want to play with Deshaun Watson. Thank you for the super chat. What are you saying, Steve?
I'll just put it to you this way, BWatts. Just like they're saying, that team knows Watson don't have it no more. And football's a mental game. Man, that dude been hurt, man. To have all those accusations everywhere you go, people looking at you, pointing fingers, that's him. Girl, you know he did that. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot. He can't do anything. Anywhere he goes, you know how people look at you. People going to look at him side-eye like, man, get your wife. Bring her closer to you because he over there touching fingers. You got little fingers. You got touching fingers. Man, they got all kind of fingers at Cleveland. I'm like, they got chicken wings and everything else. You got to get them away. So with that being said, clean the slate. You got the man in the building right now. You got the man in the building. Take advantage of it, Cleveland. And if you don't want to take advantage of it, let him go somewhere where they will. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, that's a good take. That if they don't want him, they need to let him go. But I don't want him to run. I want him to sit right in there. We want Lamar Jackson head on a platter. Yeah, we want their head on a platter. Yeah, we know. We come to Steve's house. We want their head on a platter. But when you look at look at acting like Greg tonight.
Let me close my
look here, man. Yeah, let me close it blind. Well, you got my head sweating, man. I don't know if these lights are you. But check this out, JR. Check this out, JR. I want you to hear this clip from, like I said, I love playing this clip, man. I just like the way the dude talk. Sometimes he fake. You don't know if he real. I might have got rid of the video. But Rizzo. Did I get rid of Rizzo? Yeah, I believe I got rid of old Rizzo. But here,
just look at it from the Dillon Gabriel perspective. You can see how unintentionally then taking Shedeur Sanders 2 rounds later might have been the worst thing for Dillon's stock in Cleveland, because every time you go to have the Dillon conversation, it goes back to, I think I want to see Shedeur Sanders more.
Oh, no question. And Dillon's got to understand that. Although, so the other side of that though is that he should just be happy he was taken in the third round.
Just grateful for life.
Yeah, there's a part of Dillon Gabriel that I go back to this all the time is that he was projected 6th or 7th round. There's a real chance that Dillon Gabriel is an undrafted free agent and is just one of those guys that is cut by the time training camp is done. If in another world, if the Browns didn't exist, that's his lot in life. So I have a hard time feeling as if Dillon Gabriel's like, man, did I really lose out on my opportunity?
Man, I feel sorry for Dillon Gabriel, man. I just really do. I mean, Steve don't say just about everything. You know, we can end the show right now. Cleveland Browns just made a mess. They
A
just
whole
made a
mess.
mess, man. Dylan Gabriel got to sit behind on a bus, got to sit at a table with Shedeur across the table from him, while all the other players are talking to him, and he's a third round draft pick. He just sitting there, ain't nobody talking to him. He's in a bad situation. But Kevin Stefanski said he his man.
Yeah, he was number 2 on my draft board.
What
Who
y'all
was
think
number
about?
1,
What
Kevin?
you think about the situation here, man?
Look, I don't wish that on no young man. In all honesty, man, I don't wish that on no young man. But
See,
that comes with it, man. That comes with being a professional. So I mean, you got to work your way through it. But
You stop talking.
Yeah, JR, you stop talking. Yeah, we can't hear you, JR.
y'all can hear me now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't wish. But you're a
Oh, okay.
professional. Go through the process. That's the process. It is what it is. You got drafted there. You got to do what you got to do. But you see that bad man on that screen right there wearing that 1-2. Like, he gonna make it happen regardless. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. Tuck your tail and run. That's what he could do. Just tuck your tail and run, man. Close shop, man. Hey, you know what, coach? Go to the coach's office and say, you know what? I'll just take the last reps because I already know what it is. He could just do that and just make it easy for everybody, but he gonna be a competitor. He gonna fight it out. But cream always rises to the top. That's what they say, Uncle Steve. It rises.
And JR, that's a fact. Cream does rise to the top. But what people got to realize this one here. Last time I checked, man, everybody I talk to, they tell me the NFL is about competing. So if it's about competing, what's the problem? That you, wherever they pick you, if they pick you the first pick in the draft, or they pick you the last. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. Every team in the NFL passed up on Brock Purdy in this whole 7th round until he got picked the last pick in the draft. With that being said, he still competed. You're going to have circumstances where some people are going to get hurt, some things are going to happen, and you're going to get an opportunity. With Gabriel can make a lot of money in the NFL if he shows that he's a good teammate and that he can stay. If he's not going to be a starter, he can make a lot of money as a backup, being a competent backup in the NFL. And that's what you want to do. You want to get a lifestyle. You want to make a living out of the NFL. And you can do that by being a good teammate, understanding that playbook, and then when it's your time call, make the plays that you can make. If he does that, he's fine. But this is the problem I have right now, BWatts, and I'll ask you this. Why is it that they're telling me that 12 got to earn everything he gets, but a first, second, and third round, they got rights. They got rights. You have to give them. I thought in the NFL you had to earn everything. So how is it that you giving a first round that he's given that position? People know, he has, they're going to give him every opportunity. No, he should have to earn it. Because if you're telling me Cam Ward is the best quarterback period out of this draft, he shouldn't have no problem being the quarterback in Tennessee.
Right.
If you're telling me Dylan Gabriel is the 3rd round pick, he shouldn't have no problem beating 12. But that's just talk. When you have to get lined up side by side and you have to compete, 12 got magic in him, partner. Look at that Baylor game. Look, the young man has showed magic. Look at that TCU game. That the young man got a little magic in it. And when you can excite fans and you can carry organization, he carries organizations. And this is without a lot of talent. So I just can't wait till the NFL provide 12 with an all-pro offensive line like Troy Aikman have and some stud running backs. Then we can really see what 12 can do in the NFL. Back to you, BWatts.
That's a good point, Steve. That's a real good point. I like that because everybody need to go out there and perform. Don't matter where you've been drafted at. If everybody's given the equal opportunity, just like the coach says, I mean, I gotta agree with you 100%, big dog.
To know me is to know.
It won't come up, but anyway, let's switch over to I need to talk about Jimmy Horn Jr. Man, some bad news came out today about Jimmy Horn Jr. I didn't like that. Once again, it struck him, bro. Jimmy Horn Jr. was sidelined with that same hamstring injury that he suffered during his stay in Colorado. That kind of hurt that. What you think about Jimmy Horn Jr. being injured again, JR?
Yeah, man, BWatts, when I read that on the Panthers wire, I was like, come on, man. And then I read through the rest of the report, and obviously they talked to the coach, the head coach there, Canales, and he was pretty much saying, look, he gonna be out until we deem that he's healthy to come back and contribute. And I was like, man, so who knows how long that's gonna be, but speedy recovery to your J5, man. Look, get healthy. But that doggone hamstring, man. Like
Man,
I mean, he dealt with it all last year. He dealt
yeah,
with it
year
uh
for last.
the year before last, before the spring game. It's just, man. So something like that, man, when you're making good ground, because the last report that came out about J5 was they impressed with his speed, they're impressed with his route running. He hasn't dropped the ball in OTAs. That was making a great impression. Then you get an injury. So now you just got to attack the treatment, get yourself back right, stay in the playbook, the mental reps, you're going through the mental reps. And then, the NFL, they'll slowly bring you along. You'll probably be practicing off to the side while everybody else doing their thing on the main field. But just stay mentally engaged and just be ready. Because when training camp come, when the preseason come, you got to take advantage of those opportunities, J5. But salute to him, man. But dang, when I read that on that Panthers wire, I was like, God dog it, man. God dog it, Uncle Steve. We talked about that.
Yeah, you hate to see that, JR. But if I'm J5, the first thing I'm doing, I'm asking people who is the best doctor who handles hamstrings, and I'm setting myself an appointment to go there so that they can do them MRIs and everything else, and they can look in there and say, hey, is it anything that has been missed that could cause this? And then also look at it, take some lab tests to see, is it anything I need to be taking to ensure that my hamstrings and stuff are loose? Because what you want to do, you need to go out there and find out what's going on. Because I understand speed and stuff like that. People are like, oh, stop it. I get it. But you still can go in there medically and say, hey, with a physician, and they're looking at you and they're observing you and they're looking at your body and everything. They can now say, hey, these are some things we recommend for you. These are some things that you can do to help prevent that. These are some things that you can buy that'll help you for recovery. These are some things that you should be doing. We looked at your lab work. Your lab works tell me you're low on this here, potassium or whatever the case may be, and we need to give you this medication to keep that up to ensure the blood and stuff is flowing correctly the way it should be flowing and things like that. That's what I would do, because his body is his money. That's his temple. That's what makes the money, and he needs to be on the field. And you need to do everything possible to ensure that you're on the field and that you're healthy. So that's just me. That's the first thing I'll do. And then we just wish him the best to get there. And like JR said, everything else, he needs to make sure he's using his time to get them playbooks, looking at everything, running the reps through his mind, asking all the right questions in all the rooms, and getting recovery. Back to you, BWatts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he needs, man. I agree with you 100%, man. He did. I know he tired of dealing with that hamstring spring, and he just need to find somebody, the best one in the country, if he want to extend his NFL football career. But you don't want to keep dealing with that and the team looking at you crazy. Cause I seen a video during his draft day. Man, that general manager sold Jimmy Horn to their owner. They played. I wish I had the video to play it, but I don't. But I'm just saying, man, I hated that when I saw that, man. But anyway, let's make this transition to talk about Colorado. They back in town. We got about 10 more minutes, and I'll let y'all go. Coach Swayze at him again, boy. Boy, he had about 3 of them in that trash can, boy. Shooting it out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at the team overall coming back, what are some goals they need to reach, or what are some things you'll be looking for to seeing what they can accomplish this year in 2025?
I mean, obviously the goal is, the first goal should be win the Big 12. Like, that's win the Big 12, be sound on defense, execute on offense, like all of those things that they'll put on their coaches board and in their coaches meeting and stuff like that. But I mean, what I would like to see is just that tenacity that they showed in these videos and these clips right here, man. That tenacity, that sharpness, man. How good Jordan Seaton looked. You could tell there's levels to being an athlete at every position, man. The way he came back,
Ooh.
body looked
Boy, he
good,
looked good.
feet was moving. And look, shout out to Tyler Brown, man. I know a lot of people hard on Tyler Brown, but when he was going through them ladders, his feet looked a little faster himself. So I was like, look, Tyler Brown must have been doing a little something, while the camera's been off. But man, Jordan Seaton, man, heck of a specimen, man. Young man looked really good uh in that first day of workouts. And so that's what I just want to see from other players on the team. That's it, man. I want you to look sharp. I want you to look crisp. Because Seaton on the clock, he'd already got his countdown for his NFL draft. He already
Yep.
waiting. So he already know what the business is. And if other players on the team have that same mindset, then the sky's the limit for the Buffs, for sure. That's what I think about it, Uncle Steve.
JR, you said the same thing I'm going to elaborate on. Everything goes through the Seaton Express. If you look at Jordan Seaton, you saw NFL All-Pro left tackle. That's what you saw. Look at the way he moves. Look at the way when they supposed to be he's supposed to be running. They supposed to be doing a sweep and he should be pulling. This year, that the way that man moves, he should be pulling. And this is what I don't understand. If you see that this man has a vision on his future, you see this man got a drive and passion, and you can say whatever you want to. You can see he's going to be a top 5 pick. If they don't pick him number one, you're going to be a dumb team. If he don't go 1, 2, 1 through 3, you're not too smart of a general manager, because you're turning down a perennial all-pro for the next 12 years in the NFL, barring injury. So with that being said, this is what I'm going to say. I challenge the other offensive players, linemen on the Colorado Buffaloes. How can you see something like that and you sitting up there and you ain't even close to it? And you've been in college for 5 to 7 years. Come on, man. Come on, man. God has given everybody talents. Everybody has talents. It's up to you to develop those talents. It's up to you to get all of the best out of you that you can get. So you can't blame nobody else saying, oh, man, I wasn't given this. You make the best of what he did give you. And what I'm telling you right now, I need to see offensive linemen that are in shape and that are focused and that are that have a direction and a vision. And that's what they don't have. You hear people all the time, oh, man, I want to make the NFL. And I'll look at my face and say, you are NFL lie. You want to be in the NFL for that money, but you ain't doing what it takes to succeed in the NFL. Jordan Seaton is what it takes to exceed. When everybody else going, Jordan Seaton might get his little toys, but Jordan Seaton in that sand with that feet work. Jordan Seaton up there doing that recovery. Jordan Seaton doing that meditating, doing all this yoga and all this other stuff. Jordan Seaton over there putting work in. Jordan Seaton body. He went and sculptured his body. Jordan Seaton in that weight room. All I'm telling you, people like, well, everybody else ain't doing it. Everybody else just checking boxes. Everybody else, if you look at it, yeah, the coach told me to do this and I did this. Jordan Seaton ain't looking at it. Jordan Seaton got a wall and he got X amount of days. I'm going to be in the NFL draft. I'm going to be at the draft. I'm gone. Ain't too many other players on college in Colorado got a board like that. They don't have a board like that. Name one. They ain't got no board like that. He does. Next thing I'll tell you is this one here. Arden Walker. Arden Walker look good, homeboy. Arden Walker look different. Arden Walker got to walk about himself. He got to talk about himself. All I'm telling you is this here. I don't want to hear all that talking. I don't want to hear all that bling bling. You ain't nobody on Colorado won nothing at the University of Colorado. You ain't won nothing. You ain't won no bowl game. You ain't won no college. So to me, you won 9 games. That's fantastic. That's a start. But that ain't nothing to stick your chest out about. You stick your chest out when you start wearing them rings and putting on their bowl rings and national championships. That's your goal. Let's get in there and get that Big 12. Let's put that work in. We don't have to do all that talking. Let your play do the talking. I want to see the medical tent. If I don't see the medical tent, don't talk to me. That medical tent needs to come up. When the medical tent comes up, the wins come up. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, that Jordan Seaton look like an all pro already. Boy, he ran so fast through that he ran through fast through that foot drill. Man, Coach Swayze said, dog. Boy, look like he's been 20 days already. He look like he on day 20.
Day 20.
He the biggest thing out there and the fastest thing out there. I said, good gracious, 6'5", 320 pounds running like that. Another person that looked good to me also, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo looked it good. I hate to say this, but they throw that camera on Carter, started him out. I thought the Incredible Hulk was out there, boy. I said, dog. I hope he played like he looked.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. He still ain't sold on him, Jack.
BWatts
still ain't sold on Carter Stoutmire.
I had to come at Steve on that. I'm just saying that dude is huge. He huge, boy. I said, what that dude right there? Man, they throw that camera around. I said, dog, that Carter Stoutmire. That dude looked like the Incredible Hulk. Yep. Him and what you got standing side by side. You couldn't even tell the difference. What the other big dude to play defense end, number 49?
Quincy Wiggins.
Man, they were standing side by side in that camera. I said, dog, boy, he almost big in here. Oh, Carl Stoutmire, big dude, man. I give him that. Yeah, he looked like Tarzan, but yeah, you know, James ain't too far back. I'm just saying, shots fired, duck hunt. But another person, I was impressed of. I really did. Somebody said his name. Who said Arden Walker?
Hulk did.
See, hey, he looked good. He looked good in that foot drill, bro. He looked real good. Also, man, I hate to say this. Man, Jaheim Otis, man. I thought he would be quicker and more hungry. Want to play when he came from Alabama, but I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in the workouts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Going through the motions, probably.
Yeah. I said, dog, man, come on, man. You came from Alabama. He should be the leader. He should know. Matter of fact, didn't Nick Saban recruited him? Cause he was down there long one.
He got recruited by Nick Saban.
Yeah,
he ain't played much with Nick Saban.
He didn't play much, but he got recruited.
He didn't play much last year with the new
Duran. You got Duran Carter. I'm glad he's healthy. He looked good coming back, and I still got to see who's gonna play the opposite sides of DJ McKinney. Is it gonna be RJ Johnson or is it gonna be Tion Park? I'm gonna hang my hat on Tion Park right now. I know RJ got the experience or he been there with the coaching and they know him more, but we're gonna see how that thing shape out. Any other player y'all notice Looking forward to seeing.
Mm, I'm looking forward to see Sincere Brown.
Oh
He a
yeah,
wiry guy,
yeah,
wiry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He
But
fast.
he looked good. He looked good in them drills too. You could tell he was putting out
Yeah, he
maximum
was.
effort in the drills, along with a lot of other players.
I
I know
saw
we
Kate
just said a few players'
Mathis.
name, but
I saw Mathis back. Look like he back. He
yeah,
back.
a lot of players are putting out maximum effort. But that 6'5" wiry frame, I want to see that. I want to see how that move up and down the field.
Right,
We had Will Shepherd 6'4" last year, but he wasn't no burner. He wasn't going to run by nobody, kind
right,
of thing like that. So I want to see that this year.
right, right.
What I want to see is that front seven. What if the front the defensive line and the offensive line. That's going to dictate everything for Colorado. That offensive line, as far as them doing what they supposed to, dominating their line of scrimmage, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this here. You got the Detroit, this guy in Michigan, the player of the year on defense, and Brandon Davis Swain. And I'm telling you, they just so loaded. But the thing about it, they had to put all that weight on it. So it's gonna take a couple years to get the weight on him that they need to have on it, the weight and the strength for him to play defensive tackle. But that's the guy I'm excited about, because when you got somebody like that and he's hungry and you're putting on weight, and he gets to see people in front of him like Big Barnes and Otis, and then you got Carter, Tariq Carter, and all those other big boys up there, and you get to see that, hey man, wow, look how they do things. And now you get to go against guards that are legit. When I'm talking about the McGill and Chrysler. When you
Mhm.
get to go against guards like that, it's gonna really. Hill and Chrysler. When you get to go against them on offense, it's gonna iron sharpen iron. So I want to see them. The rest of the stuff I'm not worried about. Your boy Salt gonna do his thing. People gonna realize if the defense plays the way they supposed to, Salt are gonna be up there for the Heisman Trophy. They might not want to give it to him, but his numbers, and as long as they're winning, Salt gonna be up there Heisman Trophy decision. Because if they beat Georgia Tech, and everybody then hype that quarterback up at Georgia Tech, and they got Georgia Tech all in top 10, top 20. They hyping Georgia, and Georgia Tech is a very good team. Very good team. K-Salt and that defense coming in dominate. K-Salt gonna be up there for the high. They're gonna have that boy on a roll, but he'll be on a trajectory for the Heisman Trophy. And what I'll tell you is this here. All K-Salt has done is won in college football. All he's done is won. And
Got a
if he
winning
can go
record.
get 9 wins with Colorado and win the Big 12, he walking away with. If he don't win it, he gonna be number 2. He gonna be hard to beat for
He
that
sure
Heisman
will.
Trophy if he can get 9 wins in the Big 12. Back to you, BWatts.
That's it. Oh, I mean, you right up my alley now. We can talk all night now, big dog.
Here you go. Look,
You
you
right
got
in
a
my
mic now.
wheelhouse right
See,
now, boy. I've
you
been
got a
waiting to talk
mic
about this.
now.
I'm that waiting. I'm just trying to figure out what took you so long to get here.
Man, my
You might
blood
need to
pressure
take 2
already
more
up,
weeks off.
man.
We can talk all night when it comes to K Sauce, boy.
No,
Cause
My
K
no.
blood
Sauce,
pressure up,
I'm
man. I
trying to
don't even.
tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you, big dog. If that defense stand up and them 2 running backs, but y'all know what? I haven't seen Michael, man.
Oh, Michael Welch.
No,
And
I haven't seen him.
it was a I mean, ain't
I
nowhere
haven't
else for
seen
him to
Michael.
be. Can't
I haven't
nobody.
seen Michael.
He was there, man. I send you
When?
a clip.
He
They
was
had
there
a still
when?
shot. He was there doing the workout. That I got a
Okay,
still shot of
okay.
him with his hand in the ground. He going through the reps. But the way they broke up all the film, and Coach Swayze then he added additional sessions so he can be more targeted in the training about how they going about doing things.
Yeah, I
Linemen,
Okay.
like
defensive
I like
linemen,
that.
and I think specialists or something like that. They got them in one group, and then they kind of broke the wide receivers down and the running backs down, and so they got like 4 or 5 sessions now. compared to, when
Okay.
Coach Mo was there. I think they was rolling with like 2
Hold on,
sessions,
JR.
maybe 3.
Hold on, JR. Don't cut me out like that. I got to follow up with Steve said.
Oh, here we
Case
go.
Salter, listen here. If that defense stands up in that paint like we think they can, special up front, Case Salter on his way. Only person that can hold Case Salter back is gonna be Coach Prime. If Coach Prime don't hold him back and just let him get out there and do his thing, and don't try to prove you can throw 500 yards a game. Don't try to prove you juju. Play your game. If Case Salter go out there and play his game, man, that Big 12 gonna be easy. Easily. If he bring then again, I want to talk about Steve. I know I'm finna come in his wheelhouse. Only person can mess this up, Pat Sherman. The offense coordinator. Coach Prime and that recruiting staff, they done gave Pat Sherman everything he needs. Wide receiver. He got the running back. They got track hawk. Somebody who got the same speed as Dylan Edwards had. He got Jalen Hay. Y'all say we still got Micah. You got the biggest offensive line in Big 12. They got an NFL. Okay, let me come back down. They got a Big 10 and a SEC offensive line for its size. They got 2 guys on the right side. They 340 pounds at 6'7". When you look at Williams and that guard, Zach Preston, man, if you can't run the ball with them, man, Pat Sherman, boy, I don't know where Byron left is at. Boy, look at him.
BWatts, for Pat Shermer, if he don't look like he was at UCF, when they played UCF, the way he dived those plays up, he deserves to be at the unemployment office because he has zero.
I told y'all in the wheelhouse.
He has the receivers that he needs. He got the offensive line he needs. He got the tight ends that he needs, and he got running backs that are that can get him 4 and 5 yards a pop. And something else he got 3 quarterbacks. I don't want to hear it. You got everything you need. And if he don't produce with this, man, y'all can stop telling me about how much experience he got and how much NFL. He gonna be in the UFL because he won't be with me. Because Coach Prime is always replaced. And I don't know why he didn't replace now, but he's always replaced offensive coordinators. But to each his own. If Schumer don't do it, I can promise you, he would be on I wouldn't even give him a bus ticket. I said, you can go down there with Sean Payton you want to. I ain't giving you a bus ticket. You can get your car. You can go anywhere you want to. You can get you can get on Ralphie because Ralphie will take all day to get you just in midfield. You can get on Ralphie. He ain't gonna hurt you, but you get on the hill.
Taking shots, man. Come on, man.
That motherfucker got a clip, boy.
Ralphie, man.
I thought you had no retired from the military, Steve. Got that gun. That boy,
Ralphie, man.
That boy about to throw Ralph in there, boy. Oh, hell no. Oh, man. But like I say, man, they got everything, boy. And you look at the defensive end that they have. Man, it about 8 of them over there. Bro, it about 8. I seen Keaton Wade out there. He done came back. I saw Sam done came back. And then you still got them other two freshmen. London Merritt. You still got, I saw Cray out there running around.
You got Wiggins.
Man.
Yeah. You got Arden Walker. You got Arden Walker.
Yeah. They look. You got David Swain.
It'll be the coaches, man. Whether it's
and they got number 59,
that
Francis, whatever his name is. He got English or whatever. They got 59. He comes across that corner real well. So all I'm saying is this one here. What's the guy's name who go on there who just went in there? He always oversees who's over the edges. My man from Michigan. That guy, they're gonna get paid. That guy, they're getting ready to be a defensive coordinator for Colorado. I can tell you that now. He getting ready to get paid. Because when them edges coming across there and he's controlling that defense from up in the booth, it's gonna be Hilo getting ready to get paid.
George
Hilo
Hilo.
getting ready to get paid, homeboy. Y'all better get ready because what I expect this year, Hilo in that booth, they need to keep him up in that booth because whatever he was doing in that booth, do not have that man on that field. He needs to be up in that booth talking to Livingston, and they should keep that magic
Leave
going.
him in the
Them
booth.
edges are gonna eat. I can put you this way. It ain't gonna take them it will not take them 4 games to get a sack this year. It won't take them 4 games to get a sack this year. And just
Yeah, you're right.
imagine if they would have been on point after those first 4 games on how many sacks they would have got.
Yeah, probably would have been around
Yeah.
30, 32,
Yeah.
35 sacks, something like that. Yeah.
Yes. So what's the weak spot on the defensive side? What's the weak spot? Concern. I ain't gonna say weak spot. I just say concern on the defense side.
On the
It can't be
defensive
the edge
side,
room.
I look at the linebackers, and
Okay.
look, the guys are there. The numbers are the numbers. They put up some good numbers, but we don't know who's starting, right? We can only assume who's starting. So I still look at the linebackers, man. I still look at Coach Hart and say, what are the linebackers going to do? Because the defensive line improved last year. Linebacker play improved last year, but there was some glaring spots where it was like, all right, they're not good sideline to sideline. They, once the second level get up on them, they just getting caught up in the wash, like things like that. But when they hit you, they hit you. When they run down, they run down. But if Bentley wasn't running down, he was a lost man out there, especially in coverage. So, yeah, come on, see, you know it too. RJ Harvey still running on that wheel route. But shout out to Bentley though. But yeah, the linebacker play is better. That's what I see. I see the linebackers for me on that defensive side.
What about you,
So we'll
Steve?
see.
You want JR nailed it. It's a couple things that I want to do. You want to protect the linebackers, and I think they need to go more zone. Me personally, when you got the pass rush that they're gonna have with 4 people, you should go more zone, especially with the cornerbacks the DBs that they have. They're very good DBs. So I'm like, hey, if you go more zone and quit all that man-to-man where you're leaving people on islands and you're setting yourself up for failure because one mistake in man-to-man, that's a touchdown. At least in a zone, that's 10 yards. And, you got the safety hitting them over the top. So you can protect your team by doing that. You can be smart. Next thing I think you can do, those penalties, too many penalties. Playing smart, man. The defense needs to play smart. Jumping offsides, come on, dude. If Barnes do 2 offsides this year, I'm going to lose.
That's BWatts boy.
Come on, man.
That's
How can you be an academic person over there with all these good grades and you can't just stay still when the ball's right in front of you? That's the next
BWatts.
thing. Then from there, I'll say this, those linebackers got to eat, man. If the linebackers don't eat, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season. That means that if the linebackers don't do what they're supposed, the only way you can offset that is Otis, Barnes, and McNeil are just going to be dominant. Now, if they're dominant, you ain't got to worry about linebackers because you ain't getting past them. You know what I'm saying? The way McNeil, let me put it to you this way. If McNeil give me 4 games like he played with Texas Tech, the defense is going to be off the chain. I need 4 games like that from McNeil, and Otis needs to give me what Otis always does, bat balls down and be dominant. Barnes going to give you 2 good games. They're going to be fine. The edges are going to give me 10. The edges are going to give me 10. So with that being said, I look for dominance on the defense, but it all goes with those defensive tackles. How the defensive tackle goes is how Colorado's going to go. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, Barnes gonna be just fine. Y'all ain't got to worry about Barnes. That's a start to make. We ain't worried about Barnes and Sapp. We got that. We got all that.
Okay.
Barnes him. Yeah, and that linebacker room. The linebacker room is the best part of the defense. The question is, what are they gonna do and start them out? That's the question. That's the weak spot. That's the weak spot right there.
There you go.
Coach Hart And his linebacker room, I hope you hear me, Coach Hart. Your linebacker room is the best group on the team. The best group on the team. Y'all sideline to sideline. Y'all don't cover that with Hughes and French. And then you got the one who gonna bring it home for you. That medical tent. That's that K Salter. Kalen Salter. Kalen Salter gonna be the linebacker. They gonna get the job done. The question is, what they gonna do with JR and Uncle Steve, boy? Stoudemire. He looked like Tarzan.
Oh, here you go.
But if they throw that vine to him, he'll swing like James.
You gonna
It
see
is.
BWatts.
It is what it is. Yeah. What is that?
You gonna see.
Hey, I just want to see. Oh, let me touch on this before I go. Before I let you go. Before I let y'all go. I went over 15 minutes. I shouldn't have done that. But check this out. Is O gonna show up this year? If he do he really want it? Because if he do, he can get to the league. He can get to the league. JR, is he gonna show up? And Steve, what kind of numbers do he need to put up to get to the league? Talk to me.
Look,
67.
I think he's gonna show up right now, this year. He ready right now. Look, you saw guys in front of you that got drafted. You saw it. It was right there for you to see. For him, 2 years for him to see. He saw guys this year get drafted. Why not me? If I'm asking that question, why not me? So you gotta want it. You gotta come in with a whole different mindset. You gotta go in there, this my room. Like that's how you gotta go about it. So if he go up and he put 800, 900 yards up, something like that, maybe get to 6 or 7 TDs, somewhere around 65 to 75 receptions, take it to the league, man. Take it to the league.
Who going to the league?
Don't start, Steve. I just want to know what kind of numbers. Oh, going to that league. Mario Miller. If he go,
but you saying this year?
Yeah, this is third season. If he go out there, I'm asking you what kind of numbers he need to put up as a wide receiver to get to the league. I had to be specific with you because you just said who going to the league? You don't think O got the talent to go to the league?
Man, O got the talent to be a Hall of Famer. Talent ain't an issue. My question is this one here. Why didn't Colorado be dedicated to go to O, to trust O, to make sure O gets the ball? Because what I saw was this one here. When two, well, he was 2 at the time, he's 12 now. When 2 had those games in which he was targeting O all world. You can say whatever you want to them 200-yard games. That's not nothing that's you say, hey, that could be every week. But my question again goes, does O have the Mamba mentality, or does O have the Odell Beckham mentality? Odell Beckham happy with I made that one play. Man, did you see me make that one hand catch? Oh, everybody talking about that. It's special because O make those kind of plays. But Kobe is, I want to dominate. I want to take your heart. I want to make sure you don't ever get beside me. I don't know if O is that. I don't know if somebody has taken O to that level. Because watch it. Travis, one of them dudes, you say something to Travis loses it. Travis just goes to another zone. You challenge me? What? Travis had a dude, they was up there blocking each other all the way to the Gatorade. I ain't seen that with O. You know, O one of them, boy, he just cool. The house burning. All right, dog, we'll get out in a minute. Let me go finish up on my Nintendo. But you know what I'm saying? I need to see O with that sense of urgency. if O has a sense of urgency and he's like, I want to get my family out of Louisiana, I want to get them out that situation they in, and I want to get them out of there now, O can have 1,200 yards, about 11 touchdowns, because what you got to realize is this one here. K-Salt is going to be rolling to the right, and they're afraid that he's going to run. Receivers are going to be wide open. Hear what I'm saying, Colorado fans, and JR attests to it. When they're effective running that ball with those running backs and Salt rolling to that right, you screwed as a linebacker because you got to come up because you fear him running. Now, who's going to be right over your back? Them receivers. That's what my boy Miller is going to thrive at, and he's going to go right over the linebackers, and he's gone. So if he does that, yes, he will be in the league. But I'll tell you something right now. His personality is just one of those personalities. He'll be in the league for 10, 12 years. But my thing is he'll have a dominant game, and then he'll be invisible. And I just want to see him dominant every game. Back to you, BWatts.
That's a good point, man. That's what we're looking for. That's what.
Back.
That was spot on there. Ain't no need me saying nothing like that. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Sports Talk with BWatts. With Uncle Steve and JR, we thank everybody for your participation tonight. Don't forget, on tomorrow I got a special show with my dog, Garrett Bush. 92.3, he'll be my special guest. We're doing a special show together at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you ain't doing anything, tune in. All right, guys, I'm going to end you with this, and we out of here today. JR sent me well, JR always sending me stuff. This dude right here. JR?
That's a bad man.
They talking about he ain't gonna be able to play both ways.
Who? How you say I'm saying who? Who ain't gonna be able to play both ways? Who?
They keep saying he can't do it. They ain't gonna be able to do it. He just played defense and shot that number one wide receiver down and caught the ball on him.
Bad man. Bad man. That's all I got to say.
They're gonna have him selling popcorn and hot dogs and beer. He gonna do it all. He
do it all.
Way.
That's a bad man.
They say he can't play both ways. But we gonna see.
Fierce competitor. Fierce competitor.
Yep. But it's gonna be interesting how this season turn out, man. I think all them guys gonna do good, man. I hope Will Shepherd find him a spot. And I hope I just hope Jimmy Horn Jr. get himself right, man. So, man, I hated that today. But anyway, appreciate you guys tonight. Y'all give us the last word and we out of here.
Oh, man, hey, again, BWatts, man, salute to you, man, curating the spot, man. Thanks for everybody in the chat that showed up and showed out. I was reading some of the comments, man. Y'all crazy in this chat, man. They was having fun down there in that chat, man. Uncle Steve, man, welcome back, man. Welcome back. But I know summertime, man. I know how it is being with the family, chillaxing, relaxing, things like that, staying busy, keeping the kids entertained, loving on the wife, man. I feel it and I understand it 100%, man. But again, everybody in the chat, salute to y'all in the chat, and BWatts, man, keep doing your thing, man. Channel blowing up, bruh. Blowing up. And
hey, man, appreciate y'all, man.
At 3 o'clock tomorrow, man. Tuning in, man.
Appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you this one here. It's glad to be back, JR. I've been listening to you, man. You the one blowing up, young fella. You doing big things, and it's always good to see that. Keep on moving, man, going in that positive direction, providing people with great feedback and the way that you know how to do it. BWatts, you're doing your thing. To the people out there in the chat, I tell y'all like this here, it is always nice to come back to family, coming back to some good people. It's great. The environment is fantastic. We just gonna sit over here. We gonna have a good time. You know, you don't have to agree with everything we said, and that's cool. You shouldn't. We should be open-minded. We should all have our own point of views. It's been a wonderful night. I'm going to go and I'm going to hug something sweet and soft next to me in a few minutes, and y'all should be doing the same thing. And if you don't, you need to get somebody that's soft, sweet, and all those good things. BWatts is always real. I'm out of here. My glass is empty, and it's time for me to get a refill and get something to eat. I'll holler.
All right, fellas, y'all have good. Appreciate y'all. All right. Once again, you seen Uncle Steve and JR Boxing. Want to thank them for being a part of the broadcast tonight. They did an excellent job as always on Tuesday night. Can't find a better duo to do it with on a Tuesday night. That's Uncle Steve and JR Boxing. Don't forget, on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I got my dog. We're doing a special show together, 1 hour show. He'll be my guest. That's Garrett Bush, 92.3, and the Barbershop Podcast out of Cleveland, Ohio. We'll be talking about Shedeur Sanders out there in Cleveland as the quarterback. And also we'll be talking about that quarterback room that they have out there and some more things that we'll be talking about tomorrow at 3. And also I'll be back again at 8 p.m. Eastern Time doing my solo show. So, hey, appreciate y'all stop by and support it. And once again, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. Come to you digital airways of YouTube. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And also join the membership if you would like to continue to support the broadcast. I appreciate each and one of you. If you get a chance, and if you missed the show from last night with Miss Kimberly Nash Williams, go back and watch the replay. And over the weekend, I Love CC. Go back and watch the replay of her and Miss Phyllis Smith. If you haven't seen those 3 shows, they were some good shows, and I appreciate them for rocking with me. All right, y'all have a good night. And once again, you watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. Y'all have a good night and enjoy yourself. All right.